coming to an end on the 10th of October, just a day after independence. And now to politics. A former Forum for Democratic Change president and predecessor to General Mugisha Muntu, who decided to part ways with the FDC, has finally broken his silence on the departure, however questioning why former legislator Besigye linked the alleged home attack to the Forum for Democratic Change.
Analyzed. But Ugandans who are in business, who are in farming, who are in services, have a huge crisis. And this crisis is a crisis that has been coming for a long time. But it's a crisis I don't have the intention to address at this particular conference. But there is a huge economic crisis that we are dealing with that creates the massive unemployment. Total unemployment, disguised unemployment that we have in the country. Massive. And once people cannot subsist, they will find ways of surviving. That's a natural phenomenon. Whether it involves killing and eating others, they will. That's why in this town of ours now
And well, now we're joined by Richard Olwen, who is standing by from Katonga, the very place where this presser was held, to give us more about the discussion retired Colonel Kizza Besigye had in regard to the various issues happening in the country. Richard, a pleasure having you. First, I know very many people have been waiting for him to speak about his successor in regard to the FDC leadership and his decision to move out of the party. Tell us more about this discussion.
Certainly, it is true. Talks about Mugisha Mundu's exit from FDC is the major theme here at Katonga. Journalists did put it to former FDC President Dr. Kizza Besigye whether the party he founded is broken. And his response was using the analogy of putting on different colors of clothes, saying that people have a choice. The way one can wake up, go in the wardrobe and pick up another color of cloth to put on is the way one can make a political decision to stay in one political group or move on. So according to him, Mugisha Muntu probably took the right decision, following his mind, to go to the new formation, a pressure group that he thinks can anchor him to what he wants. And he says he's not surprised if this kind of differences do come again in the FDC. He is just prepared. He did say this is Independence Week, whereby he won't be diverted from the revolution of causing another independence for Uganda. That is a change of government. Mildred?
I would like to know from you, Richard, what did he have to say about probably working together with the new formation, which also says they will metamorphosize into a political party by the 25th of December this year?
He is certainly very positive of continuing to work together with anyone in the opposition. He says the job of causing a change in this country is not yet done, and so the opposition should be together, should work together towards causing change. And in his explanation, he did put it clear, mentioning that this is Independence Week, saying that Uganda has not yet got independence from tormentors that allegedly, mentioning this government, the ruling government. Certainly, according to Kizza Besigye, they will still work together, but he didn't explain at what level and how.
Richard Olwany will be getting more details about this presser in a subsequent bulletin. 7 p.m. will be Amasengeje Live and 9 p.m. will be NBS Live at 9. You're still watching NBS Live at 1. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
When you need high-speed office internet for swift communication, secure data links, or total communication solutions for your business, we are here. Connecting you to worldwide networks and greater possibilities. Convenient, fast, and affordable digital financial services with M-Sente. Helping you share those priceless moments with your loved ones. Connecting and enriching lives. We are here for you and always will be. Together all through the years. Uganda Telecom. It's all about you.
Do you know how we get illnesses? They are spread through germs on yours from any surface, like when you don't wash your hands after going to the toilet while playing. And you can get sick because of germs. That's why you need to fight germs to stay healthy by washing your hands regularly with Dettol soap that gives the best germ protection ever against many illness-causing germs.
Wash, wash, wash your hands. Dettol soap every day. Wash, wash, wash your hands.
We are the future. We wake up from naps to build apps that are downloaded everywhere on the map. We turn any corner into a corner office. We are mobile bosses. Instagram is our marketplace. Who needs floor space? We have cyberspace with high-speed internet everywhere. This is the new Uganda. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Plastics can have effects on a person.
Officials have been recruited in very similar casual ways. We had the SPCs who were camped in Nambole for I don't know how long. We had the crime preventers. Who we were told had been transferred to the UPDF. Now, again, you know, you just don't do such things that you are transferring I don't know how many millions of crime preventers or whatever, that by an announcement you are transferring them to the UPDF. An extremely ridiculous casualness in the management of state security. State security institutions are very, very sensitive and serious matters. Crime preventers. Everybody was crying because of the crimes committed by crime preventers. who were not paid, who had no arrangement for their subsistence. You know? Now, mobilizing 24,000 when you are not even catering for the ones who are in service today. All these robberies you hear, they are traceable to the barracks. Either police barracks or police this or the military or... And understandably, because, again, they want to stay in their manyatas. In those mama ingia poles, they cannot just stay there and starve. When they have their guns, they'll go out and fend for themselves. Because if you think 30 million shillings cannot maintain an MP, and maybe it can't, why do you think a family of a soldier can be maintained by 500,000 or less? How? These soldiers go to the same markets where we all go. These policemen are in total, you know, they are in a state of destitution. They are destitute. All these policemen, they are destitute. So instead of solving the destitution of the police, you are recruiting a new force of an unclear form, an unclear command and control that obviously you will not pay. But nonetheless going on, just order and casualty. But the intention, as I have said, the intention of this is not controlling crime. The intention of this is controlling politics. Because there is now fear around Kampala of all these people who are unemployed taking over the state. That's why you saw Mr. Museveni running all over the ghettos with the checks, holding checks. I have brought you 100 million. You have brought you so much. That won't solve the problems of the ghettos here. So, as part of the containment, that's why they are recruiting urgently this force. This is a force to subdue the power of the people. That is the purpose of this force. It has nothing to do with preventing crime. Because it's not even organic to the areas. It's like any other armed force that we have here. In fact, it's a reinforcement. It's going to be under the SFC commando unit that has already been causing havoc. Those people you saw with the truncheons beating people, they are the SFC, the Special Forces Command unit called the Commando. Commando unit. Part of their force is now resident here, opposite Sheraton, in that area where there is a water tank. That's where they are. Part of the force is the one that created havoc in Arua. It is that force. And we know who they are and who is commanding what. We know. We may not give it to the public, but we know. It will, at some stage, come to the public arena. So this is a matter of grave concern. And as I have said, the trajectory of that process is the declaration of a state of emergency. That's where we are. Because they can no longer manage the economy, they can no longer manage the security, they can no longer manage the social crisis. Hence, the intensification of repression, just like in the 60s. So even those who are, saying they are going to elections in 20 what, I don't think those elections are part of their plan. That's why they had added 2 years, which are now in contention, but even if the 2 years are not added or whatever, I think we will have a different scenario here. So I'm just saying this to put our country to notice about what is going on and to indicate that this is really the time that all of us as citizens step forward to push all these evil plans down. If we just keep on roaming around aimlessly, we are going to be consumed by what is happening around us. What this obviously in itself suggests is that the regime is finished. A regime which has no security system, which has no economy, which has no popular legitimacy, which has no international legitimacy, is not a regime that survives. And so I think we should not betray our country. We should all get together and sort this mess out as quickly as possible. And indeed, the challenge is on us, those of us who are in the struggle to liberate ourselves from the claws of this junta. We need to urgently and effectively respond to this. And internally within the people's government, as I have told you, we've been aware of all these developments for some time, and we've not been seated. We've been developing responses have obviously been seized with voices suggesting that we are now dormant, we are not active. Yes, we are not active in the public view, but we have been extremely active in laying the ground to effectively respond to all this. Because we discern what is coming and we prepare for it. And I think we have done quite a lot of work in that respect, which
about to to participate in income generating activities for development market. But even those people who are going to be taken to Nakasero market are procured from somewhere else. those who are going to be launched from Nakasero. A group of goons, stick-wielding goons, who are going to be launched at Nakasero market tomorrow. And they call them market vendors. They are going to be given money from there. It's not going to be given to the vendors. It's going to be given to a particular group of vendors who have been already recruited. We know how they have been recruited. And the purpose is what the president has been talking about here. So I would like to emphasize this and warn youth in Kampala. They shouldn't get involved in this. They shouldn't get involved. And those who have been hoodwinked because they said they are going to be paid 200,000. That's a lie. That's a lie. The CDF yesterday said in Parliament that each of these members being recruited is going to be given remuneration of 200,000 shillings. That is pure lie. They are not going to give you this money. If you want to believe my statement, go and ask the LC1 chairpersons who are promised 10,000 every month. We are struggling even to have it in the budget. They are saying there is no money. Just 10,000 for the LC1 chairperson and a bicycle. They have not done so. So if they have failed to pay the LC1 chairpersons, where are they going to get that money? 200,000 per person to finance and facilitate a force of 24,000 troops here in Kampala alone and the suburbs. That cannot happen. So we invite youth in Kampala, don't get mistaken, don't get driven away, focus on the cause so that we bring down this regime which is causing mayhem to us. We thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. President, I think you take Uganda.
Olwaleero twayagadde okwogera ku mbeera y'ebyokwerinda mu ggwanga lyaffe ezze nga yeeyongera okwonooneka okumala ebbanga era nga Mwami Museveni avuddeyo n'agezaako okugyogerako naye ng'agyogerako.
Former FDC President Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye addresses the press at the Katonga offices, of course, alongside Erias Lukwago. And of course, they have been highlighting some of the issues that they are facing as the opposition. One of the things that they have said is the security challenge in the country, and have also highlighted on the local defense units that have been recruited. Now, the things that have stood out for me is the fact that the LDUs, according to Dr. Kizza Besigye, are a new force that have been put into play by the regime to make a few changes. We will bring you a lot more in that particular regard. And the Lord Mayor of this city, Erias Lukwago, says that if there is no money to pay LC chairpersons, how will they get 200,000 shillings to pay local defense unit troops of over 24,000 members? We will bring you up to speed in regards to that. That press conference is still ongoing. However, at exactly 1 o'clock, we will bring you the latest development in that regard. And of course, that will be in our Live at 1 bulletin with Mildred Tahaise. This wraps up our live broadcast. Thank you so much for being part of it. Good morning. God bless.